Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to your new moon in Taurus. This new moon is happening on April 27 Eastern Standard Time, so make sure to adjust it to your time zone. But it's happening at 7 degrees of the sign of Taurus, and it's creating a T-square with Mars in the sign of Leo at 4 degrees and Pluto in the sign of Aquarius at 3 degrees. So we have a very important new beginning that's going to be very dynamic, very strong, very powerful, transformative. It's probably going to make us feel super strong, intense as well, I would say, but it's very necessary, of course, so that we can build something new in the area of our lives that is ruled by the sign of Taurus. Some of us, of course, are going to be more affected than others. But anything that happens, it is happening for a reason. Before you start listening to your sign, please keep in mind that I'm a Western astrologer and I follow tropical zodiac. You can listen to your rising sign if you're lucky enough to know your time of birth, and then your sun sign and your moon sign as well. Okay, I wish you the best of luck, everyone. And now let's jump into the 12 zodiac signs. Hello, Aries suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to your new moon in Taurus astrology predictions. This new moon is happening on April 27, and it is going to be a very powerful one because the new moon is creating a T-square with Mars and Pluto. And Mars is your chart ruler, so you, Aries, might be one of the signs that can feel the impact of this new moon the most. So this is happening in your second house, and it's probably going to shift your focus, Aries, into your personal finances, into your own spending habits, your worldly wealth, your own possessions, your bank accounts, anything that is financial. You're probably going to have some sort of new beginning over there. But that new beginning is asking for some action because this is a T-square, and squares have a Mars nature to them, which means that you have to use maybe your creative skills to be able to have some sort of new beginning in your second house. Some of you might have a powerful friend that is helping you increase your income, increase your salary, get a promotion, or simply, increase your own possessions as well. Others of you, Aries, might feel inspired again to use your creative skills, your artistic abilities to make more money. Some of you are going to decide to open a business, a side hustle during this time that is going to inspire you again to increase your finances and make more money. The second house is also the house of your own financial independence, the house that rules accumulating wealth, managing your finances. So again, a lot of your focus is going to be on money. And Mars for you is transiting the 5th house. Pluto is transiting the 11th house. Those are also financial houses. A lot of you are wanting to transform your financial situation, your financial wealth. Your eyes are in the long term, in the long run. So a lot of Aries might feel very driven to take that first step into transforming your own financial gains. And others of you might have some increased self-confidence because of power struggles with maybe your friends or your own children. And I know that this may sound a little contradicting, but it is through confrontation sometimes that we understand our own values and we become more affirmative when it comes to them. And this can be specifically true for you, Aries, because you like confrontation, okay? You are good at it. So, there could be some power struggles here that could be happening with your children, maybe with a romantic partner also, or with one of your friends that is somehow initiating a new way that you view yourself, your own values, your own self-confidence, your own talents as well. So, yeah. This is what I have for you, Aries, for this new moon. I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you on the next video. Hello, dear Taurus suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to your new moon in Taurus astrology predictions. This new moon, dear Taurus, is happening in your first house on April 27, Eastern Standard Time, and it's going to highlight some new beginnings associated with your personal image, with your own identity, and also your outward appearance, your personal style, and also your personal boundaries and energy as well. So for a lot of you Taurus, you are going to maybe have some sort of change in your personal style, in the way how you dress, and the way how you do your makeup, how you do your hair, the way how you wear your suit. You might have some sort of change there in the way how you come across in your personal image, and that could be because you want to come across as more powerful, more mysterious, for some of you with a square to Pluto, and you want to come across as somebody that is very intriguing as well. Now, for others of you Taurus, this new beginning in the first house could be as a result of some sort of confrontation that you may be doing with a romantic partner, especially regarding real estate matters, home matters, or simply some sort of type of conflict that could be arising at home. For others of you Taurians, there could be some sort of confrontation that is made with an authority figure that could be a bit emotional in nature, but however, it kind of triggers you to protect yourself, your own identity, and to have some sort of new beginning when it comes to your life direction. This new moon can be very powerful for you Tauruses, which is something that you're already used to. You've had Uranus here for the past 5 years, 6 years already. So I feel like the hardest things have already passed. Now, the first house is also the house of pioneering, the house where we start a whole new direction into our lives. So for some of you Taurians, you might have something in the back of your mind that you want to achieve, with Mars being the 12th house ruler for you, that you might be doing or going after, again, kind of hidden from the world and maybe in the comfort of your home. And you might be having like some new project initiated here, some new project that you are working on because you want to empower your status, you want to empower the way how the world views you, or you simply want to empower yourselves in the industry that you're in the career that you're in. For others of you, if you have a romantic partner or a business partner, there could be some sort of disagreements with them with this new moon, but however, the power stands with you because you are the focal point of this T-square. As long as you embrace your own identity, as long as you respect your own boundaries, I think you're going to be fine with this new moon. It's just that for some of you, you're going to have to emphasize that even more to other people, to other individuals that are important in your day-to-day life. Okay, Taurus, this is what I have for you. I wish you the best of luck with this new moon. Let me know down in the comments below how things are going for you, and I'll see you on the next one. Hello, Gemini suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to your new moon in the sign of Taurus. This new moon is happening on April 27 at 7 degrees in the sign of Taurus, and it's going to be in a T-square with Mars and Pluto, which are transiting through Leo and Aquarius. So for you Geminis, this new moon is actually happening in the 12th house, so most of you are probably not going to feel this as much. However, this can talk about some sort of new beginning related to international travel, to going abroad. Maybe some of you are going to go on a vacation, and as you do so, you might feel like you have to maybe drive around a lot, or you have to drive a bit more to go like to the restaurant that you want to eat, or to the hotel. You know, there could be some unexpected things happening in your commute. However, it's still a new beginning related to some sort of vacation or retreat, or kind of resting and isolating yourselves from the rest of the world for a little bit. For others of you Geminis, this new moon can talk about some sort of new beginning that you're doing behind the scenes, especially if you are in the writing industry, if you are in the publishing, teaching, certifications, sales, marketing, anything like that. This new beginning can actually be quite powerful for you, meaning that you might do some sort of project that it is important to you, and you may be doing it behind the scenes, working very hard towards it because you want to have some sort of empowerment, some sort of achievement in the way how other people view you, in your way how you teach others, in your own personal knowledge. Like some of you might really want to expand your own knowledge through these things, and again, you're doing it kind of hidden from the public eye and behind the scenes as well. I'm not a Gemini, but something that I've been doing is reading Spanish every day because it's a language that I have to use in my job sometimes. And that's something that I do behind the scenes. Like when everybody leaves my house and I'm by myself, I kind of read a book out loud so that I can hear myself speak it. But I'm doing that so that I can empower myself at my job, and I have completely different placements. But this can be like an example of wanting to do something behind the scenes, isolated from the rest of the world, so that you can empower yourself in your own knowledge, in your own abilities that you have to communicate with other people, because you have the third and the ninth house axis here activated. Maybe you want to empower your communication as well. Now, for others of you, you might want to maybe stay home a little bit more. Some of you might want to sell a car or make some changes with it. And so you have to stay home for a little bit, maybe until you get a new car or your car is fixed, I feel like this is the case for just a few of you Geminis, but could definitely be a scenario there. For others of you, you might have some sort of new beginning at your work, at your job, that is caused due to maybe some intense communication, arguments, maybe some disagreements, and it doesn't necessarily have to involve you, because like I said, this new moon is not aspecting you. It could be from other individuals, but that somehow has some sort of impact on your day-to-day job and work environment as well. Okay, Geminis, I wish you the best of luck with this new moon, and I'll see you on the next video. Hello, dear Cancer suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to your new moon in Taurus astrology predictions. This new moon is happening on April 27 at 7 degrees of Taurus and is going to be in a T-square to Mars and Pluto. Mars is sitting in the sign of Leo and Pluto in the sign of Aquarius. So for you Cancers, this new moon is happening in your 11th house. And the 11th house rules over our financial goals and financial rewards as well. A lot of you Cancers are going to feel very driven to kind of transform and have some new beginning in your financial wealth, in where you see yourself financially in the future, like in the goals and dreams that you have associated with that. And there could be maybe some sort of confrontation that needs to be made, especially with people that you share your resources with, regarding how much money you're making, how much money they're making, how much each of you are contributing in your shared resources. If there is any hidden resources as well, this new moon might highlight that too. And so, you have some sort of new beginning in your overall financial wealth, but that is going to come through some sort of confrontation or some sort of clear communication that you may be doing associated with finances. The second house where Mars is sitting for you is the house of your possessions, so they could also be brought into the attention with this new moon. And again, a lot of you are keeping an eye in your long-term dreams and goals that you have for the future and kind of making decisions regarding your own financial wealth, your own possessions. Some of you might decide to maybe change a career or have some sort of new beginning in your current job or your current work or your current business if you have a business, because you want to make more money, because you want to increase your income, or you want to increase your investments. You want to have some sort of transformation in the ability that you have to make money through other people's money. Like, let's say if you have a job and you are contributing into retirement already, then maybe you're going to kind of reassess that, rethink about it, and make some change because you see yourself maybe retiring earlier or later in life. You're kind of shifting your decision making regarding finances. If you don't have a job, then this new moon can talk about maybe some sort of new beginning that you're going to have in your social circles, with your friends, with your acquaintances, people that know you. And a lot of you Cancers maybe are going to defend your own self-worth, your own self-confidence with individuals that maybe try to threaten it, or individuals that want to bring up insecurities in you. So you might decide to have some sort of new beginning, maybe cut out friends that are not good for you, toxic ones as well. maybe individuals that again don't value you and don't increase your own self-confidence. On a lighter note, this new moon can talk about some sort of popularity or spotlight that some of you Cancers may be getting in your industry that you're in your social media, wherever you have the ability to get the spotlight. A lot of you are going to get with this new moon, and maybe that's going to fuel your own self-confidence, or the other way around, you might be taking some action because you feel so confident in yourself with Mars in the second house, and that way that will bring you an increased popularity, and people are going to see you from a different angle, like from a different perspective as well. Okay, Cancers, this is what I have for you for this new moon. I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you on the next video. Hello, Leo suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to the new moon in Taurus astrology predictions. This new moon is happening on April 27 and is going to be at 7 degrees of Taurus in a square to Mars in the sign of Leo and to Pluto in the sign of Aquarius. In the meantime, Mars and Pluto are in opposition to each other, so this new moon is actually forming a T-square in the sky. For you, this is happening in your 10th house, and it can indicate a need and a drive to have some sort of new beginning in your career, in the industry that you're in. If you have a job, if you have a business, for a lot of you Leos, you might have some sort of new beginning there, but that is fueled by some sort of confrontation, I would say, maybe with a business partner or a romantic partner. Some of you might need to talk about personal boundaries. You may talk about the vision that you and this other person has about the future, about where you see maybe your business in, or where you see your marriage or long-term relationship to be in. And so you might decide to have some sort of new beginning, meaning that some of you are going to maybe get this relationship or this business to the next level, have some sort of honesty communicated, and have some sort of deepening of the relationship with you and this other individual. Whereas others of you are going to decide to part ways because the power struggles could be too strong to handle or too intense to handle. Although this may not happen exactly on the day of the new moon, the possibilities are that it could be happening in the next 2 weeks after the new moon. Now, if you don't have a job, if you're not in an industry, then this new moon can talk simply about your own public status. Some of you might have to have some sort of intense communication with somebody on one-on-one that somehow becomes public or other people learn about, and so they view you from a different perspective, on a different way. And for some of you Leos, people can view you as more brave. Some of the people can view you as more powerful, more controlling, as a stronger personality, stronger character as well. So you might embody those characteristics of Mars, which is in your 1st house, and Pluto, which is in your 7th house. For others of you, this new beginning could be associated maybe with a promotion that some of you might be getting. Again, if you have a job, if you have a business, there is an elevation here of your status, an elevation here in your career that could be happening because of some sort of power struggles. Again, maybe with authority figures too, I would say, which of course, it's not an easy energy because we have a T-square here, but sometimes through these confrontations, that's how big things could be happening, and that's how things could happen faster as well. There's a need for action here with the squares, and I'm pretty sure that you're going to take some action here, dear Leos, either to elevate your status, to make some changes to it. You're going to have a new beginning, a very powerful one that is visible from the rest of the world as well. I wish you the best of luck, Leos, in this new moon, and I'll see you on the next video. Hello, Virgo suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to this new moon in the sign of Taurus. This new moon is happening on April 27 at 7 degrees of the sign of Taurus, and is going to be in a T-square to Mars in the sign of Leo and Pluto in the sign of Aquarius. For you, Virgos, this new moon is actually happening in your 9th house. And it can indicate that you're going to have some sort of new beginning, maybe in international travels. Some of you could be going to foreign lands, doing some traveling, and Mars is there in your 12th house. Maybe you're isolating yourself, quote unquote, from the people that know you, from your day-to-day life, and going out there to see the world. Some of you could be doing it because of health reasons. Maybe you're going to a forest or a place that is good for your lungs, let's say, if that's something that is important to you. You might have different scenarios playing out, but that's just an example. Some of you, on the other hand, are going to have to deal maybe with a legal matter that could come from hidden enemies or open enemies. There might be some power struggles here that could be happening. I don't want to scare you, but that could be a scenario for some of you. For others of you, you might have the strong desire maybe to study at a higher institution, and you're going to have some sort of new beginning there. It's just that some of you might need to do some work behind the scenes, or have to complete maybe some paperwork that is legal, or things that have to do with visas, residency cards, or applications, those things that are associated with applying to higher education institutions or wanting to stay there in a higher educational institution. If you're already a student, again, you might need to have some sort of new beginning there because you need to complete documentation and have to deal with legal stuff. For others of you, this energy could play out in a lighter note, meaning that you're going to have some sort of new beginning in your personal knowledge, in the way how you view the world, in your perspective about life. And that is because maybe there's a coworker at your job that is kind of challenging that, or teaching you things that maybe you didn't know about before. Whereas for others of you, you may be working kind of behind the scenes on increasing your own personal knowledge, and now maybe you're bringing that out to your work environment, to the people that know you, to the people that you deal with on a daily basis if you don't have a job. This new moon could actually be more on the positive side, I feel like, for you Virgos compared to the other signs, because it is also in a good aspect to you, and because Pluto and Mars don't directly affect you. But again, there could be different scenarios that I already mentioned that could be happening with you as well. For some of you, you might also have this need to learn a new language or to practice a new language because of work requirements, work responsibilities, or some of you might really just want to kind of empower yourself when it comes to your own knowledge, and you may be doing so behind the scenes. A few of your Virgos might be doing it so that it is better for your own mental health. You kind of want to train your brain with Pluto in the 12th house. I'm sorry, with Mars in the 12th house of yours. I had them flipped. With Mars in the 12th house of yours, you may want to, empower that brain of yours and take care of your mental health as well. This is what I have for you, Virgos. I wish you the best of luck with this new moon, and I'll see you on the next video. Hello Libra suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to your new moon in the sign of Taurus astrology predictions. This new moon is happening on April 27, and it's happening at 7 degrees of Taurus. It's going to be in a T-square with Mars in Leo and Pluto in the sign of Aquarius. This new moon is happening in your 8th house and is shifting your focus towards shared resources and finances that you Libras maybe have with a family member, with a partner, or one of your children. There could be some sort of confrontation that needs to be made here regarding your shared resources and finances. Not in a bad way. It could be that you Libras want more clarity about where you want to be in the future when it comes to your financial wealth, your financial goals, with Mars in your 11th house. And you might also need to use your own creativity or your own math skills, or your own knowledge that you have when it comes to money-making abilities, using your creativity, using your sharp skills as well, so that you can have some sort of new beginning in shared resources and finances. A lot of you are going to have to make some sort of communication regarding that. It could be, again, with a business partner, romantic partner, one of your children, one of your parents, whoever you share your resources with. You're going to have some sort of new beginning there. The 8th house is also the house of your own fears. So some of you Libras could be worrying a lot about the future during this new moon. However, at the same time, you do have the strength and the power to kind of use your own artistic abilities, the way how you enjoy life, and the way how you entertain yourselves to kind of lighten up this energy and have some sort of new understanding when it comes to your own self-sabotaging patterns or your own fears, your own shadow side. So with Pluto and Mars here in the 5th and 11th house axis, you might use your fun time or your time with your friends, let's say, as well, to kind of let go of things that don't serve you anymore at the psychological level. Some of you Libras might also have some sort of new beginning when it comes to your own insecurities, like I said, because of some sort of communication that you may be having with a friend or a group of friends as well. With this new moon. And then others of you, if you have children, you might also have some sort of communication with them, some sort of situation or something that could be happening to them that brings a sort of new beginning in your own psychology, in your own shadow side, I would say as well. So a lot of you might just view the world on a different lens after this new moon. It can be very transforming for you. And after this new moon, like, you might view yourself differently when it comes to your long-term dreams and goals for the future too, and where you want to be in the future, how you want your life to be as well. Yeah, okay. This is what I have for you, Libras. I wish you the best of luck with this new moon, and I'll see you on the next video. Hello, Scorpio suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to the new moon in the sign of Taurus astrology predictions. This new moon is happening on April 27 at 7 degrees of Taurus and is going to be in a T-square to Mars in the sign of Leo and Pluto in the sign of Aquarius. So this new moon is putting a lot of spotlight in your 7th house. It's going to indicate that you're going to have some new beginning in your romantic or business partnerships. A lot of you Scorpios might have some sort of new beginning in this department because of the need to maybe relocate because of work reasons. Others of you might have maybe power struggles with a romantic partner or a business partner regarding real estate, regarding home, regarding real estate property that you share together, that you have together as well. For others of you, this new moon can indicate a new partnership, a new contract that could be happening because maybe you're going to get an elevation in your career sector. Maybe you're going to get a promotion, and there is some sort of situation that could be happening that is going to trigger this new beginning, this new contract or agreement that could be work related. For others of you Scorpios, you might decide to relocate with a romantic partner, with a or with a marriage partner as well. Some of you may decide to get married, and for others of you it could be because maybe your partner is complaining about the fact that you don't live together and they want you to be together. So after some sort of communication that is not comfortable, a decision of living together could come out of it, if that makes sense. For others of you, this new moon can indicate maybe a new partnership or relationship coming into existence because you feel like this individual sees you. They see an image of you that is very respectable. They admire you a lot. They see you as an authority figure. They see you as somebody that is very powerful, very attractive as well. Because we have Pluto here, we have your chart ruler involved in this 4th and 10th house axis. And so there's a need to take action here, and it could be that you're deciding to get in a relationship with someone, or it could be that they want to get in a relationship with you and they're gonna communicate that with you. For some of you Scorpios, this new moon can also talk about bringing to the surface maybe certain emotions that are not comfortable in nature. It could be like emotions that come very, very deep within you, and you're so deep as a Scorpio. But, these emotions could be brought into the surface, and maybe it doesn't make the other person as comfortable. However, it could make the entire relationship that you have with this other individual way more passionate and way more deeper as well. Others of you Scorpios, maybe you're going to have some sort of communication with an authority figure at work. You might have some changes over there in your career, in your job. Some of you are going to decide to maybe change your work as well, and that brings the need to sign a new contract, sign a new agreement. Whereas others of you, you're maybe going to remain in the same job, but you're going to have some sort of elevation there, some sort of promotion there, or like changed responsibilities. Maybe you may come into power, or you may be seen as like very driven from the rest of your co-workers as well. Okay, Scorpios, you're one of the most impacted signs, of course, from this new moon. So all areas of your life are probably going to be affected, but you know, this is new beginnings. You're an intense sign and know that you can handle this. Okay, thank you Scorpios. I'll see you on the next video, and I'll please take care. Okay, hello Sagittarius suns, moons and risings. Welcome to your new moon in Taurus. This new moon is happening on April 27 at 7 degrees of Taurus, and is going to be in a T-square with Mars in the sign of Leo and Pluto in the sign of Aquarius. This new moon might not affect you as much because it is happening in your 6th house. However, there might be situations around you that change things for you, and these things could be associated maybe with your day-to-day job. Some situation there, some clashes between communication and knowledge and power struggles. You know, if one co-workers know more than the other, there could be some power struggles happening there that could bring some new beginning in your work environment. Again, these things could be like not associated with you, but you know, you're gonna feel the effects of the power struggles in your work environment, because there could be changes made there. There could be some sort of new beginning there. For others of you, then, you might just take on some new roles with this new moon, because maybe you are more knowledgeable than some other co-workers, or there's some sort of communication maybe through an authority figure that indicates that you need to get some more responsibilities or some new responsibilities, or there's some sort of change and shift happening there. For just a few of you Sagittarians, you might decide to maybe change your job because you feel like it doesn't align with your personal knowledge, with your personal skills, with your communication style. You know, if it's a toxic environment, especially with a square to Pluto and to Mars, you know, because Mars is the ancient ruler of Scorpio. So Pluto and Mars have very similar energy. So there could be maybe, you know, some toxic situations that could have happened in the past, or some toxic environment that inspires you to change your job. And for some of you, you might just hear from places that you have applied to, and you might also do an interview, you know, with this new moon. And even though it might not happen exactly on the day of the new moon, it's gonna happen in the next 2 weeks after the new moon. For others of you, if you don't have a job, if you're not working, then this new moon can talk about some sort of new beginning in your own personal health, in your own physical body. Some of you are going to implement some new diet, some new workout schedule, taking care of your physical body. And that is because you've learned something new, your knowledge has increased in one way or another, and now you kind of want to implement that on taking care of your physical body. For others of you, you may want to take care of your nervous system, especially if you've been overworked, such as myself. Maybe you decide to change your routine to take care of your health more. Some of you might decide to rest a little more and retreat, because this new moon is still triggering the 12th house of yours. So there could be some changes, some shifts that some of you may be doing regarding taking care of your health, taking care of your body. Okay, this is what I have for you Sagittarius for this new moon. I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you on the next video. Hello Capricorn suns, moons and risings. Welcome to your new moon in Taurus astrology predictions. This new moon is happening on April 27 at 7 degrees of Taurus, and is going to be in a T-square with Mars in the sign of Leo and Pluto in the sign of Aquarius. So this new moon for you is happening in your 5th house, and it can indicate that for some of you, Capricorns, you may be very inspired to start a new business under this new moon. And you're doing so because you want to increase your own investments, you want to increase your own money-making abilities, you want to transform the way how you're making money, you want to become more powerful financially. And so you are deciding to start a new business, and although you might not do it exactly on the day of the new moon, you might do it in the next 2 weeks after the new moon. Now, if that's something that is not at all in your agenda, then there could be a new beginning associated with the lives of one of your children. Maybe something big is happening, something transformative is happening in the life of one of your children that brings them into your attention. And so some of you Capricorns maybe have to support this child financially or emotionally, be there for them, and take care of them. You know, there's a need for action here to kind of take care of one of your children. It could be that they do something that you don't agree with, something that is hidden from you, but you find out in one way or another. And so you might have some power struggles with one of your children. You may try to like teach them and give them a little lesson with this new moon. And so there's a new beginning with your relationship to them. For others of you, this fifth house of yours rules your own financial risks. It's a financial house. So for some of you, you might have some sort of new beginning there. Maybe you're going to invest into something, especially with Mars and Pluto in the second house, eighth house axis. And you might be doing so because you realize you need more money, you want to make more money, you need to increase your ability to make money through other people's money. So, you know, a lot of focus on finances for you. Now, for others of you, you might run into an individual that you are romantically interested in with this new moon. And you may realize that maybe you share or don't share the same values. Or you may realize that you share or don't share the same ideas when it comes to shared resources and finances. Like, let's say you go on a date with this other person and they want to do 50-50. You don't want to do 50-50 with them. So you kind of have this heated discussion and debate with them that can indicate that maybe you're going to take a new direction. You know, and kind of move on from this individual, whereas others of you might agree on things or you might disagree on things with the opposition between the two planets. You might have some power struggles maybe with this romantic interest of yours. However, that's still gonna trigger some sort of new beginning that is a little bit intense in nature, or they could be very, like, it could make things deeper for you, okay, especially at the emotional level as well. Now, for others of you Capricorns, things might get a little hot in the bedroom with this romantic partner, romantic interest that is happening in the fifth house. You have an eighth house activation here, so some of you might get it steamy, okay? This is what I have for you Capricorns for this new moon. I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you on the next video. Hello, Aquarius suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to your new moon in Taurus astrology predictions. This new moon is happening on April 27 at 7 degrees of Taurus, and it's going to be in a T-square to Mars in the sign of Leo and Pluto in your sign, in the sign of Aquarius. So this new moon can talk about breakthroughs and new beginnings that some of you Aquarians are going to be experiencing in your home environment. Some of you might have a new person moving in or moving out. Some of you are going to decide to move in with a romantic partner. Others of you may decide to get married, and that way you're going to move in with a marriage partner now. For others of you, if you're not in a long-term relationship or in a marriage, then this new moon can just talk about some dynamics, some new changes that could be happening again in your home environment. Maybe somebody's moving in, somebody else is moving out, you know, things like that could be happening. For others of you, you may just decide to relocate under this new moon. And I do want to say that these things might not happen like exactly on the day of the new moon. They might be happening up to 2 weeks after the new moon. Okay, so some of you, like I said, might be relocating, and you may be doing so because you feel like in the current place that you're in, you're not able to express yourself in a healthy way. If you live with somebody, or if you have roommates, or if you live with your parents, with a romantic partner, with a marriage partner, you may decide to move out. You may decide to relocate, to go somewhere else, because you feel like the current environment is kind of toxic for some of you, and it's not letting you grow. It's not letting you transform your identity and build yourself in a way that is more profound and is deeper, and that can make you, of course, very powerful as well, with that Pluto in your first house. So some of you are deciding to let go of your current home environment, and you're deciding to move into somewhere else. For others of you, this new moon can indicate some conversations that could be happening either with a partner, a business partner, romantic partner, marriage partner, or with your parents, or with an authority figure. So basically, individuals that are very important for you. A lot of you could have some sort of confrontation happening here, some important conversations that could be taking place that is going to change the way how you feel about these individuals. And maybe you're going to feel even deeper for them. You're going to develop even more intense feelings for them, or the other way around, to where if you feel like you're in a toxic environment, you're going to decide to let go of it and have some sort of new beginning for yourself at the emotional level, because the fourth house is the house of your emotions. For others of you Aquarians, there might be some sort of breakthrough, some sort of new beginning happening in your career, in your job, in your status as well, because this new house, it is triggering your fourth house, your 10th house, I'm sorry. This new moon is triggering your 10th house. And so you might have some sort of breakthrough there that comes because of some sort of agreement, some sort of contract that you may be signing. Maybe there is an authority figure that wants to promote you. Maybe there is a powerful person that wants to give you a hand and kind of elevate your status, or make some sort of change in your public status, or your, responsibilities in your career title that you have. Now, these changes might not be easy, or they just simply require action. Okay, squares talk about action. You might need to get in your new contract, sign a new contract, sign a new agreement as well, that is going to change your responsibilities at your career, at your job. Or for some of you, you might even change your job completely as well. Again, this might be happening in the next 2 weeks. For others of you, you might relocate, like I said, but I also see that with the need to sign a new contract, sign a new agreement with the 7th house activation too. Overall, you're going to feel more empowered, I feel like, with this new moon. Sometimes we need to, have this intense situation so that we can reinvent ourselves and claim our own power back. And especially that is true for you with Pluto in your first house. Okay, Aquarius, I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you on the next video. Hello, Pisces suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to your new moon in Taurus astrology predictions. This new moon is happening on April 27 Eastern Standard Time at 7 degrees of the sign of Taurus, and is going to be in a T-square with Mars in Leo and Pluto in Aquarius. This new moon is happening in your 3rd house, and it can indicate some sort of new trip that some of you Pisces might be taking, because you kind of want to escape from your day-to-day responsibilities, your day-to-day job, day-to-day people, and you kind of want to retreat and go a little, far away from your daily dynamics. However, you still have to take care of responsibilities, because this is a T-square. So even though you might go on a trip, you might go on a short distance trip, you still have other things to take care of. And I feel like with this new moon, you're still going to take care of them. For others of you, there could be some sort of new beginning associated with your thinking process, with the way how you view your life, the way how you view your surroundings, the community that you're in. Some of you might have this strong desire to get to know more people, to be more involved in your own community, with your neighbors, with your colleagues, with the cashiers where you go buy your groceries, with a person that pumps your gas, people that you deal with on a daily basis. You may feel like you want to socialize with them more. You may feel driven to kind of expand on your little community. For others of you, if you are like in the writing industry, publishing, marketing, sales, car sales, this new moon can talk about some sort of breakthrough that you may be having there. Whereas others of you, it can indicate that you're going to take on some new responsibilities that's going to make your burden a little heavier. However, it can still be good so that you can gain some sort of spotlight in your industry. For others of you, you may decide to have some sort of new beginning in your thinking process because you want to take care more of your mental health, especially with the activation of the 6th house, 12th house axis. A lot of you Pisces are going to feel like you want to sleep more, or you want to take care more of your physical body. Like you may have that extra drive to be more active, physically active. It can go both ways. You may decide to sleep more and or be physically more active so that you can take care of your own mental health. You can take care of your own brain, of your own thinking process, your, memory, anything that is associated with your mind. That is the 3rd house. And as you do so, again, you're going to be very active on your day-to-day life, but you're probably going to be rewarded for the hard work that you're putting in. For others of you, I would just advise to be careful from manipulators, anybody that is trying to control you, because again, this is the 3rd house of thinking process, and we have an opposition between Mars and Pluto that are both somehow manipulative planets. So just be careful with that, especially from like open enemies or hidden enemies, because again, you have an activation of the 6th house and 12th house. So be very, very careful with that as well. This is what I have for you, Pisces, for this new moon. I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you on the next video.